This content is brought to you by Mazunder Academy.
Hi, yes, this is our first lecture. So today we will see quickly how to install R and Rstudio. And after that, we will see about R and Rstudio, some basic symbols and commands, and we'll write the first program. Regarding installation, there are two steps. First, you have to install R and then install Rstudio. R can be installed from this CRAN repository. If you click, this page will appear, and based on your operating system, you can select, you can download, and you can install. For RStudio, you can download from this repository. Once you click, this page will appear. You click here to download. After download, you can install it. Let us see little background of R. R is derived from S programming language. S is a statistical computing language. It was developed at Bell Laboratory in the starting of 1970s. Details of S programming language, if you want, there is a link I have given, or there are other documents available in internet. You can search. R is a dialect of S programming language and the code written in C. R is a comprehensive statistical and graphical programming language that facilitates data manipulation, statistical computation, and graphical display. R was developed by Rose Ihaka, Robert Gentleman, and it was established R as an open source project in 1995. R is an interpreted language. Why R? So these are some of the points that I have mentioned as a for support. You can find some other reason for using R. So my points are: it is an open source, it's easy to code, shallow learning curve, and platform independent. Elegant visualization property of R language. These are some of the tutorials or books that I mentioned. Not necessary or not limited to these. You can use your own. Let us understand the environment. Once you open RStudio, these four environments will be there. First one is your R script environment, then console environment, then global environment, that is your variables, data, datasets, history, everything will come here. And files, plots, packages, helps, these all will be appearing here. When I will take you to demonstration, I will show you how these can be rotated. If you want, you can change the pane, their positions. Packages in R. R packages are a collection of R functions, compiled code, and sample data. They are stored under directory called library in R environment. That is why whenever you install a new package, you have to load them into the library. Then only the functions or the properties available inside that package will be available to use. By default, R installs a set of packages during installation. There are more packages which are added later, and you can install them as per your requirement. To see the currently available list of packages, click here, and you see there is a huge list of packages. Okay, it's very difficult to explore all these, but we will see as much as possible. Symbols and commands in R. First, hash is used for single line comment. If you want to comment multiple lines, then you can select and Control Shift C. Double quotes also can be used for commenting paragraphs. Control L is used for clearing outputs. To run single line, keep the cursor on that line and click run or Control Enter. To run multiple lines, select all the lines and Control Enter. To run the entire R script, set the working directory and click source or Control Shift S. To set working directory, click session, set working directory, choose directory, select the file directory, OK, or Control Shift H. To install any packages, in R, we can use the function install.package and then package name. For example, install.packages dplyr. So this is the first program in R. Welcome to my lecture series on probability and statistics. It is written inside print function, and if you run this, you will get the output, the same string as we have seen in some other programming language also. So I have opened R here. Sometime, maybe once when you will open RStudio, you will see only these three environments. So in that case, R script is missing here. So how can you make it appear? Go to File, New File, R script. So R script environment will appear here. So these four environment, as I mentioned, this is for writing code, this is for output, this is for data, and this is for graphs or plots. Okay. Now, before starting the writing code, let me tell you something about these four environment. We can change the position of these three. How? You can see, click this panes and console to the right. If you make console to the right, then this console environment will come here and your environment or data history will come here. Then, but I always prefer it should be here. Then how to change the font, that is also one of the important, because it is sometimes required. So go to pane layout, and here you can see, as I said, we can change the page. Look here, source is the first. If you select console first, then console will appear here. Okay, say for example, if I apply, then console appear here, source has come down. So we can change, similarly we can change whatever I want, I can change, and we can accordingly we can select the location. But let me keep source first, console after, that is better. Now go to appearance, and you can see the font size, then font style. Currently I have maintained 24. If you keep for example 12, then font will be small, and then apply. But remember, if you make your font is too big, it will be difficult to manage in your screen. It may go beyond the screen, and sometimes writing code is also multiple lines you have to use. So a little bit careful about the font size in that case. Let me quickly show you those points that I mentioned during my presentation. So first is hash. You can see this first program which I have written, which is not a part during execution, so that will be under hash. If I want to select multiple lines, say for example line 1, then line 2. So how can you do that? Select these two lines, Control Shift C, and if you want to unselect, Control Shift C again. Now next point is, if you have multiple lines and if you want to use like a paragraph, if you want to keep, in that case how can you do? You just put a double quote before and after the paragraph. So in this case, these two lines will not be executed. If you have more than 2 lines, 3 lines, 4 lines, as many as lines, you keep it inside double quotes, it will be just like a comment. It will not be executed. You can use single quote also, provided the text should not have any single quote. If you want to clear this already compiled code is annoying you, so you want to clear, so select this area and Control L, so it will clear this. Let me write a line of code, print hello world. Now I have written the code I want to execute, so click the line of code and click run or Control Enter. Say for example, if you want to handle 2 strings, If you run, you will get an error because print alone cannot handle multiple strings at a time. So in that case, you have to take the help of another function called paste. And in that case, if you run, you will get your output, hello, how are you? So two strings can be concatenated and it will display you. There is another powerful function, output function, that is called cat. So cat can handle multiple string at a time. Even cat can be used for retrieving data also. So in that case, if you run, you will get without any error. So this was all about in the first lecture how to write the code and little bit all about the environment and the details background of R. Thank you so much for listening. See you in the next lecture.
Please like, share, and subscribe our YouTube channel. Hit the bell icon to get the latest update.